Welcome to Mindset Monday. This is this little short tidbit of a podcast that we do once in a while on Mondays for your mindset so that you can dive into your week with powerful intention and really be the leader that you're meant to be. Because we are the empowered. And as the empowered, we're really up to three main things. One is taking care of ourselves and taking care of others. Two is taking action. And three, we're up to a mission. We're up to something that's greater than ourselves. We're doing something in the world that's going to make a difference. So because you're empowered, you need support, you need help. We all do. We need the tools, the mindset, the skills in order for us to keep showing up as our best. And in this one for today, what we're looking at is those SMART goals, but it's not what you think, I promise, because we've all had SMART goals before. I imagine you've had some SMART goals. However, most people, most of the leaders that I work with miss this one thing, and it's so critical for your SMART goals to happen, especially because most of us are working with more than just ourselves, more than just one person. We have families we lead. We're working with teams if you're coaches or you're coaching groups, or you're a CEO and you're leading an entire group who are your senior management and they lead their departments. So there's multiple people that you're impacting when you are responsible for making SMART goals. So what are your SMART goals? Your SMART goals, in case you've never heard of SMART goals, this is something that I did not make up. It has been there for a very long time, but it's basically making goals that are very specific. They are measurable. They are actionable. So S for specific, M for measurable, A for actionable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. Now, there are a couple of variations on people's SMART goals, but these ones are what I typically go by when we're making goals at any point in the year, whether it's for the quarter, whether it's for the whole year, we're doing an annual plan, whatever we're doing. But there is one thing, oh my goodness, this one thing that I see leaders forget to do over and over again. They've made some incredible SMART goals. They're awesome SMART goals. However, this thing is missing. And what it is the why. More importantly, the why for the group that you lead. That why. We didn't miss why because there's an R in SMART goals. There's relevant. So that means there's some level of why in the relevance. However, what we forget to do is share that why with the group that we're leading. So we've made some SMART goals. We've put in there all the reasons why they're relevant, how it's measurable. We've done the things, or maybe if you haven't done the things, then get back to each one of those letters in SMART goals. Make sure your goal is specific. Make sure it's measurable. It's not just feel better in 2024. It has to be measurable. What does that look like? How would you define that? What are the metrics around you feeling better? Does it mean you go for more walks? Does it mean you laugh more frequently? How can you measure it? Measurable, actionable, relevant, time bound. So make sure all of those components are there. And if they are, you've done a fantastic job at making some level of a goal. If those things are not there, then chances are you're missing some things in your goal. But let's say they're all there. Let's say that your goals have SMART. Now there's this key step. And it's so critical. It has made the biggest difference for me when I'm trying to enroll big national team players into working even harder when they don't think they can do any more than they're currently doing. It has had me enroll my family to clean the house. It has had me enroll people who are running multi-million-dollar companies be bought in to leading their team in a particular way. It is this thing. It is sharing the why with the group, sharing why it's so important, why it's going to make a difference to the group, why it's going to make a difference to you, why it's going to make a difference to their future with you, why it's going to make a difference to the future of the company, why it's going to make a difference for how they're going to feel. If you can describe those things around that SMART goal, around the thing that hasn't happened yet, what you are demonstrating is your vision. You are demonstrating your vision as a leader. You're demonstrating what you believe in so strongly that that's why it's having you move forward. If you can demonstrate that to them and illustrate that in their mind, then your SMART goals are as good as done. When others believe in those SMART goals, then it's basically done, because now it's not on all you to make it happen over and over, and for you to know why it's so important, but for others not to be acting like it's that important at all. Well, the reason they're not acting as though it's that important is because you haven't illustrated it for them. You haven't described it to them. You haven't demonstrated it to them how this is going to be amazing for their future, for your future together with them. Because when you do that, when you describe why it's going to be so powerful for them and you together, they start moving forward on measuring. They start moving forward on the action. They get very specific on what's happening. They see the relevance and share the relevance. They get things done on time. They are crushing it with all the elements of SMART goals. So that last step is one that some people have ease in doing, and other people forget that it needs to happen. They're living it, they're breathing it, they know why it's so important, but they've forgotten to share that with their team. So make sure that one part, why are you up to what you're doing? Why is it important that you make this goal? Why is it important for those you're involved with? If you can really relay that message, I promise you that goal is as good as done. Even if that goal doesn't have to do with them in particular, say it's for you within your family. Let's say you want to run a marathon or compete in a triathlon, but you explain to your family, which is your team behind the scenes, you explain to your family why it's so important to you and how you think that doing that will affect them and why you think it'll be impactful on them and you in your future. That is going to have a team behind you. And then it's as good as done. Like I said, get them enrolled, even if it's not for them, but especially if it involves them and their future. Get them involved, get them enrolled, and then your SMART goals, watch it fly. Watch them come to fruition. Because the moments that you're weak, the moments that you're not on track, the moments that you're not measuring or taking action, they are, and they believe as well, and you all come together. Woo! I hope you get it. I hope you feel it, because that's a missing link I've seen over and over, and I hope it really impacts you. If you have someone who you know this has been the missing link for them, share this podcast with them. If you enjoy this podcast, give us a rating and review. We love those 5-star ratings. It helps us reach more people in this labor of love. So keep going with your SMART goals, with your why, and making the impact to others. Have a wonderful rest of your week.